Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are combining stomach or ab exercises with the jump rope. As you might be able to hear in the background, one of our neighbors was power washing today. So very shortly, I will cut out the background noise and just add commentary. So I'm just getting set up for this awesome jump rope workout combined with some ab exercises using the cross rope mat and the half-pound cross rope mat. So I'll cut out the sound and I'll see you again in just a moment. Okay, so for this workout, I set my timer for approximately 15 minutes and I combined a few different jump rope moves with a different ab exercise in between the jump rope moves. So right now I'm doing the basic boxer skip to begin with. It's a nice move to warm up the body. And every so often I threw in a double under, just like you saw there. So that was what I did in terms of jumping rope. I did a particular jump rope move, in this case the boxer skip. Every so often I threw in a double under. The other jump rope moves I did, you will see throughout this video. So I did the boxer skip for just the first set. And I jumped rope for approximately 2 minutes before going into an ab exercise. And then depending on the jump rope move that I did afterwards, I might have jumped rope for a little bit of a shorter duration. Notice here all the while doing the boxer skip, not jumping high off the ground, staying light on the toes and balls of my feet. So there, I just stopped. Now getting down on the ground. Simply getting down on the ground and up off the ground is a fantastic exercise. That's something I highly recommend people doing. Getting off a couch or off a chair, just getting down on the ground and getting up off the ground. And if it's difficult for you, do so safely. Make sure there's something that you could use to help raise yourself off the ground or hold on to for support if necessary. So here I'm doing a leg raise. I have my feet raised off the ground about 6, 7, 8 inches and just holding my legs off the ground before going into this motion where I cross the legs. So this is the first ab exercise that I did. When I was younger, I used to do far more ab-focused movements, but not as much nowadays. I will do different exercises that work the abs indirectly, like pull-ups, hanging, chin-ups, dips, planks. So oftentimes when I'm doing a certain exercise, I might engage my stomach muscle. Same when I jump rope. Sometimes I might keep the core kept tight. But these are some of the moves I would have done when I was younger for my stomach muscles, and I do every so often. The jump rope move I'm doing now is the jog step. So I do a few alternate footsteps, aka the jog step or run in place, and then throw in a double under. So this is fantastic for coordination, combining a jump rope move and then throw in a different jump rope move, a double under, before going right back into the previous jump rope move. Going from one move to another in a type of seamless fashion with no stopping can be fantastic for coordination rather. Because in this case, you're going from an alternate step. One foot is making contact with the ground, and then when you do the double under, both feet are making contact with the ground. Pushing off the ground with both feet for the double under, land on the ground with both feet, and then going into the jog step. The shoes I'm wearing, I've talked about them in a previous video or previous videos. They are called Paluva. They are a barefoot minimalist shoe. I've been wearing them for several months now, and I absolutely love them. The sole is incredibly flexible. I find them fantastic for jumping rope. And I have another pair too. I have a white pair, which I tend to wear around the house and for taking walks. And here I'm doing some bicycle crunches. This and the other variation of the bicycle crunch, which you will see in just a moment, is fantastic for working the core. This variation here now is one that I would have done a lot when I was a kid. I played rugby in my teenage years a lot and even in college. And this is one move that I did regularly for training. Bringing, say, your right leg up to the opposite arm, the elbow. So the left leg goes up and you're bringing the right arm to meet the elbow, or to meet the knee rather. Opposite leg to the opposite elbow. So I'm doing the ab exercises until I'm getting a burn in my stomach area. And if you just notice there the way I got off the ground using a type of pistol squat motion. I didn't even put my arms on the ground for support. Over time, you can practice different techniques to get off the ground. But like I said earlier, just spending a little bit more time on the ground, maybe stretching, moving your body around a little bit, and then getting up off the ground. If you do that a few times a day, that in itself can be a fantastic form of a micro or mini workout. Here I'm doing the jog step with additional hops on the left and right legs before going into a double under. So the jog step plus additional hops on one leg, and then a double under. Back into the jog step with additional hops. Notice there when I'm doing the 1 foot hops, how low I am jumping off the ground. That is extremely important when you are doing 1 foot hops. If there's one jump rope move that can result in shin splints, if you do too many of them too often, especially if you jump too high off the ground, it's 1 foot hops. Because that one leg is supporting your body weight. So you're placing that much more stress on the leg, especially if you jump high off the ground. If you're jumping low off the ground, it's not too bad. But it can take time to get to that level. When you're doing 1 foot hops, just be mindful of that. Don't do too many too often if you're relatively new to them, because they do place a little bit more pressure on the lower legs. And they can result in shin splints if you do too many of them. To help strengthen the muscles around your shins, I recommend practicing toe taps. Tapping your toes against the ground. Keeping your heels on the ground, raising the front of your foot off the ground a few inches before tapping your toes against the ground. And here, this is a great move for working the lower abs. I have my legs bent at about a 90-degree angle, and I'm focusing on bringing the knees close to my chest, really squeezing the stomach muscles as the legs get closer to the chest. These may look easy, but they are quite challenging. This is the reverse crunch. So see there when I got off the ground, a type of pistol squat. I didn't put my hands on the ground for support, but you don't have to do that initially if you're getting off the ground. Use support, safety first. Over time, your body will become more mobile, flexible, and you'll be able to get off the ground with minimum support. Here, this is a very popular move with boxers. Some people refer to it as a type of a can-can kick because you're kicking your foot out to the front. Great move for shaking out the legs. Every time you kick your leg out in front like that, it's getting like a momentary rest. And it's like almost like you're flushing out any fatigue. And then same again, I'm throwing in a double under every so often. Fantastic for coordination. Going from one move to a completely different move. There's the speed at which I'm spinning the rope for this is different than the speed at which I'm spinning the rope for the double unders, and you're using different footwork. Fantastic for coordination. It's no wonder that jumping rope has been found to be so helpful for motor skills, motor coordination, improving basically your brain faculties. So I have a tutorial video on this move under my How to Jump Rope Like a Boxer playlist. And I think in that video I referred to it as the can-can kick. A very popular move with the boxer Gennady Golovkin. Getting back down on the ground. So as I say it again, just getting down on the ground, getting up off the ground. Great movement to incorporate throughout your day, or even just a few times in your day. Here, I'm raising my feet up off the ground, working the lower abs. This is a nice little movement. So notice I didn't do too many of them there. Doing the jump rope in combination with the various ab exercises so far, I could feel this in my core. Here we're doing a type of Muhammad Ali shuffle, bringing one foot to the front, one foot to the back in an alternate fashion, and then throwing in a double under every once in a while. The Ali shuffle or scissor step. Yeah, the Paluva shoes and the crossrope jump ropes and the crossrope mat, crossrope gear. I have discount codes, discount links down below if you're interested in trying out crossrope jump ropes or the Paluva barefoot minimalist shoes. These shoes, they might only ship to America for the time being. I was fortunate enough to get a few pairs, but hopefully in the near future they'll ship internationally because they're a fantastic shoe. Highly recommend them. Not only extremely comfortable, but there's a growing evidence that barefoot style shoes can be great for foot strength and foot health. I love the sole of the shoe. You can see it there. Quite unique looking. Here I'm doing some leg raises, another movement that works the lower abs quite well. Keeping the legs, the feet together. Raising them up off the ground and down in a controlled manner. Into a pistol squat to stand up. I really do enjoy using this half-pound cross rope. Great for getting a little bit more shoulder engagement, but it's also not heavy enough that it doesn't allow you to do freestyle skipping. I can do quite advanced jump rope moves with this. I've done several, or I can do triple under crossovers, triple under Tyson style squats, even with this half-pound rope. It's a fantastic rope. The quarter-pound rope works really well for freestyle, but you can also do freestyle with this heavier rope and get a little bit more shoulder engagement. Here, I'm crossing my legs and jumping with the legs in a stick crossed position before going into double under, uncrossing the legs, and then bringing the opposite leg to the front. This is a fun move, jumping with your legs crossed. And now here, this may be the final ab exercise for today's workout, the plank. And here, when I'm doing the plank, I have my elbows under my shoulders, trying to keep my joints in alignment. And I'm actually pushing my back muscles away from the ground. I'm engaging the back muscles here, and I'm not letting my back curve inwards. I'm using my elbows to push into the ground and trying to raise my shoulder blades, my back muscles, away from the ground. And we're coming up to the end of this video. I know the timer's going to ring out soon, and when that happens, the video will stop recording. So the final move I went into was the side swing. Well, I really hope you enjoyed this video. You may have got some ideas for a future workout of yours, future jump rope workout, or even some ab exercises that you may wish to try. Thanks for watching, everyone.